Hello chess lovers, I have a very interesting game for you with a mind-blowing finish. With the white pieces playing Viktor Korchnoi and his opponent is Dragan Solak. The game was played at 4th Hilton Open 2002. Korchnoi, who had white pieces, started with d4, g6 by Dragan. Black is going for modern defense, c4, bishop g7, knight c3, d6, e4. Korchnoi is choosing the Averbakh variation and e5. Black allowed white to occupy the center with his pawns, but now black will start attacking and undermining this ideal center without attempting to occupy it himself. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop g5 f6, and once the bishop managed to cause some weaknesses in black's camp, retreats back on e3 squared, knight h6. D takes e5, knight takes e5, bishop e2, and knight g4. Black wants to get rid of white's dark square bishop d4, c5, forcing white to capture on e5, f takes e5, queen d3. Now white wants to put pressure on d6 square and knight f6. Actually it was better to play knight h6, and if castling queenside, then knight f7, but instead after queen d3 we see knight f6, and now white is simply castling queenside. And how is black going to protect the pawn on d6? King e7, which is of course terrible. Well, actually castling kingside and giving up this pawn would have been better, but instead we see a very passive king e7. Here comes queen e3, and another terrible move by black, queen a5. Actually, knight g4 would have been better. If queen g5 check, then bishop f6. If knight d5 check, then king f7. Black could still hold the position, but instead after queen e3 we see queen a5. And now it turns out that the queen on a5 square is misplaced, and white is going to use that fact. Now you can pause the video and try to find Korchnoi's next move. Ready? He played a mind-blowing rook takes d6, going for a rook sacrifice. Black didn't accept the sacrifice and first played knight g4. Well, if a move like king takes d6, then after queen d2 check, king e7, white has this knight d5 check, winning the queen. By the way, if king e6, then first knight g5 check, placing the king on e7, and again knight d5 check, winning the queen. Let's go back, but after rook takes d6 we see knight g4, queen g5 check, king takes d6, and again queen d2 check. Again, if king e7, then knight d5 check, winning the queen. King e6, knight g5 check, king f6, but actually this allows checkmate in one. Knight d5, and we see an amazing checkmate on the board. It's hard to believe, but yes, actually this is a checkmate. What a checkmate. Both knights are checkmating this black king, don't know how. If you enjoyed this brutal checkmate, don't forget to give the thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. More games are coming. Good luck.